Okay, we're getting in news as it is, the area outside Apollo Hospital has turned into a fortress with a massive deployment of the police. There is massive security that can be seen on the road leading up to the Apollo Hospital. And now the news is that 600 personnel of the Tamil Nadu Special Police have been deployed apart from the city police. All the roads leading to Apollo has also been closed for vehicular movement. In fact, a short while back, we did tell you how the centre has dispatched a team of AIIMS specialists. What we are hearing is that those 4 specialists from AIIMS have already reached Chennai. And to get us a little bit more about this particular development is India Today's Pramod. Pramod, just take us through the arrival of the teams from AIIMS that had been dispatched earlier on.
Avantika, after the announcement by the central government, the 4 doctors from AIIMS reached Chennai around 3:45 p.m. today, and they directly came to Apollo Hospital. But I also have to mention you right now, like more and more ambulances are leaving Apollo right now. They're carrying the patients in a frequency of every 2 or 3 minutes. You can see an ambulance leaving the place. Now the doctors are going to assess the condition of the Chief Minister, and we are expecting a health bulletin anytime soon, Avantika.
Okay. All right. And, you just mentioned that you're expecting a health bulletin anytime soon. Did you get an indication from the hospital or from anyone from inside? And because the last time that they released a health bulletin, Pramod, they said that her condition remains very critical.
Yes, Avantika. Earlier itself, before they could apply the ECMO, they gave her a 24-hour timeline, which starts by around 4 or 5 p.m. yesterday when she suffered a cardiac arrest, which means the 24-hour deadline ends by 5 p.m. or 5:30 p.m. now. That is why we're looking for a press release. Not just that, the movement quiet now is like completely different. The entire place has become silent, and as I mentioned earlier, more and more ambulances are leaving the place. Like so the 2 to 3 minutes, you can see one ambulance leaving with the patients, and that is kind of like becoming skeptical here of what is happening inside the hospital. And we just heard from a couple of sources from the hospital itself that like soon we will get a press statement with the update of the Chief Minister.
Okay.
But they couldn't tell us if it could be a positive or negative one yet, Avantika.
Just, Pramod, just for clarification, is this the same team that had assisted the Apollo doctors when the Chief Minister was admitted in September? Because this team, what I'm reading, includes a pulmonologist, an anesthetist, a cardiac surgeon and a cardiologist. So obviously at that time she was admitted for respiratory illnesses, infection related to her lung. And now this seems to be a separate team.
Well, Avantika, the first press release by the Apollo Hospital only mentioned that she was suffering from dehydration and fever. We cannot find out how they jumped from dehydration and fever to a pulmonary infection and multiple organ infection. But as all we can say is that like a person's health history, what a person is suffering from, it's their personal interest, and we cannot directly ask them from a specific hospital. But right now, like you mentioned, this team are also a kind of experts from AIIMS. Seems like a second unit has been sent by the centre of Avantika.
Obviously, Pramod, the doctors in Apollo seeking every assistance that they can in a situation like this. I just broke some news about a massive deployment of personnel from the Tamil Nadu Special Police Force. Can you just give us more details about that as well, since you are just outside Apollo Hospital?
Definitely, Avantika. Not as the Greens Road, but also in front of Apollo Hospital, you see a lot of police. And 30 minutes ago, some Tamil Nadu Special Police Commandos were asked to assemble inside the gates of Apollo. Even now, there are almost 200 policemen inside the gate of Apollo. And not just that, around 30 minutes ago, MLA started to move from Apollo Hospital. They started to move out of the hospital, and they have left the hospital, I could say. And right now, it seems like everything is being prepared for the final verdict, more like a press statement that would give us exactly what is going to be the final verdict on this particular case of Avantika.
Stay with me. Senior journalist T.S. Sudhir is also with us now. Situation looking pretty tense, Sudhir, with a massive deployment of security. Obviously, her supporters extremely concerned, worried and apprehensive at the same time as to what to expect next.
Absolutely. In fact, there are 3 different kinds of activities happening at and around Apollo. One, of course, is the political activity of the meeting of the MLAs. Then, of course, is the medical activity, taking care of Jaitley's health. And the third is the police security preparation to ensure that nothing untoward happens as far as the law and order situation is concerned. Now, what we are told is that the team of doctors from AIIMS in Delhi has already arrived at Apollo. What they are going to do is to corroborate or add to the line of treatment that Apollo doctors have given to Jayalalitha over the last 72 days, and especially since 5 p.m. yesterday when she suffered the cardiac arrest. So after that, what we were told by our sources in Apollo hospitals is that a fresh, detailed medical statement will be issued by Apollo that will give exact details about what really has happened to Jayalalitha since 5 p.m. yesterday and what is likely to happen from there. But given the fact that such a huge bandobast of security is being put out, the Apollo hospital is being converted almost into a fortress, making people add put two and two together and wondering if there is some big announcement likely to be made anytime after 7, 8 o'clock. And one of these doctors, I must point out, Avantika, is an ECMO specialist. Now, he's really going to decide whether putting Jayalalitha on ECMO and for how long should she be put on ECMO. All those things are going to be decided by the doctor in consultation with the doctors, cardiologists at Apollo hospitals.
Absolutely. You know, we've been seeing the kind of frenzy and the popularity that the Chief Minister also has been enjoying. I've been getting so many callers, Sudhir, with most of them saying that she's an iron lady, she's someone who fights all odds, and Chennai can never be, or for that matter, the state can never be the same without the Chief Minister. It's an emotionally charged environment outside the hospital and across the state. How really are the police gearing up to prepare themselves to deal with any eventuality?
Well, they do not want any of the AIDMK cadre to take any kind of extreme step. We have seen instances of cadre activists attempting self-immolation in the past. Tamil Nadu has a history of people doing something similar.
And it's glorified, isn't it, Sudhir?
Sorry?
It's most self-immolation most of the times in the past is also glorified. I mean, people respect the person who commits an act like that.
Yes, with politicians actually going ahead and either rewarding them or in some way accepting and talking about what they have done for their leader. So it is something which has been part of the political culture of Tamil Nadu. And of course, they are also very apprehensive that some miscreants should not take advantage of the situation and create trouble, especially in the border areas between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. So those are some of the concerns that the Tamil Nadu police has, which is why such a huge bandobast has been put. As we have been pointing out right from 7 o'clock yesterday, in fact, the DGP had sent out a fax to all the district SPs, all the police personnel, not just of the regular police, but even of wings such as the CID, to report for duty at 7 o'clock on Monday morning. So essentially trying to ensure that there is a huge khaki presence on the roads to deter anyone from taking law into their own hands.
Absolutely. You know, Sudhir, Jayalalitha's political career hasn't really been a bed of roses. She's fought all odds. She's taken on her opponents fiercely. But speaking of, the person that she has been, she's also been a very important part of the party. She has been the nucleus of the party. So therefore, how important is the role of Shashikala Natarajan and O. Paneerselvam going to be in a scenario like this? Because ever since she was hospitalized, the state has been in disarray.
Absolutely. There is no team B in the AIDMK, but everyone knows Shashikala by virtue of her proximity to Jayalalitha, by virtue of staying in the same Poise Garden residence in Chennai, and the fact that she was the one who had a say in selecting most of the candidates for the assembly elections in 2016, obviously makes her almost a de facto number 2 in the AIDMK. So should such a scenario arise, obviously she and O. Paneerselvam, who is the senior most minister in the Jayalalitha cabinet, will be calling the shots. Both of them, interestingly, belong to the same powerful dominant Tevar community in Tamil Nadu. So there is that kind of a connect between the two. Though there were reports that there was some kind of a falling out between the two prior to the Tamil Nadu elections in May this year. But yes, these two, along with Deputy Speaker of the Lok Sabha, Thambidurai, and E.K. Palaniswamy, who is the PWD minister in Tamil Nadu and also a powerful leader, these four will really be the ones who will decide what course of action the AIDMK takes from now on. Remember, they have just won a huge victory, 135 odd MLAs in the Tamil Nadu Assembly, and they wouldn't want to do anything stupid, which kind of incurs the wrath of the centre, forcing some kind of president's rule. So they are very clear that they will not want the law and order situation in particular in Tamil Nadu to go out of hand.
Absolutely. T.S. Sudhir, thanks so much for speaking to us. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalitha remains in a very grave situation. Thousands of her supporters have been camping outside Chennai's Apollo Hospital, where she has been receiving treatment for over 2 months. And it's a challenge now for the police to maintain law and order situation in the city. Massive security has been deployed with 600 personnel of the Tamil Nadu Special Police Force, apart from the city police. All roads leading to Apollo Hospital has also been closed down for any vehicular movement. Security has been beefed up not just outside Apollo Hospital but across the state of Tamil Nadu as well.
We are just outside the Apollo Hospital. You can see huge security deployment. These police personnel are here. They gathered here and they'll further deploy across the city. The briefing is going on. All these police personnel are gathered just near this Apollo Hospital. We are at Graham's Road. This is the Graham's Road, and just outside this Graham's Road, at this Graham's Road, these police personnel are gathered. You can see it's a huge gathering of police personnel here. And now they all are getting ready for their further deployment. Meanwhile, when we tried to enter Graham's Road we wanted to go toward Apollo Hospital, definitely we faced difficulties because all those entry points which are leading to Apollo hospitals, those entry points are blocked now. No vehicular movement are allowed in toward Apollo hospital. Only those who are very much in need of Apollo hospital, the patients, relatives of patients, they are only getting allowed by the police personnel.
Now, ever since news came in that Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalitha had suffered a cardiac arrest on Sunday night, security has been beefed up in Bengaluru, especially in those areas that have a large Tamil-speaking population. We're now in Ulsur at the moment, and police are present over here in front of the statue of Thiruvalavur. In fact, hop, step and jump away from where we are is also the Tamil Sangam, and there too police have been deployed. So as of now in the city, things are extremely calm and peaceful. The camera person Manju, Nolan Pinto for India Today.
Well, law and order is definitely a problem for the state of Tamil Nadu. As you can see, AIADMK cadre out on the streets, and the police are finding it extremely difficult. There's heavy deployment in front of the Apollo Hospital, and number of people keep surging. The barricades also that have been put are just not enough. The police are resorting to, as of now, try to pressurize and tell the AIADMK cadres and the people who are well-wishers of Jayalalitha to maintain peace and calm, because the information that the police, the hospital has released is that her situation as of now is very critical. She's on life support. Hearing that, you can see how a lot of people, especially men, women who have come from districts and neighboring places of Tamil Nadu, they're wailing, crying, emotional, and all this because they're saying that they're only hoping that Chief Jayalalitha Amma gets back on her feet. They are quite upset with the fact that her health has deteriorated, and they're hoping for some kind of relief or some kind of word that comes from the hospital saying that the things could be possibly under control when it comes to her health.